GameGoddessFee here. Back tonight with Ace Attorney. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stream some of this game. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate it. And my chat is going crazy right now, you guys. I don't know what's going on with it. It's saying chat disconnected, chat successfully connected. It's been doing that all this time. I think it's something wrong. I don't know with YouTube, but anyway, we're gonna go on. Plum, are you ready?
No.
Are you ready, Plum? He don't even have his mic yet.
Here we go.
There you go. There you go. Here you go, y'all. Hold on. You know, all my cords I be messing with during the daytime for work. Don't get crossed in my game.
That's a bad picture.
Got my work headphones. Anyway. Okay, you ready, Plum?
Yeah. I don't think
Huh? Let's do your mic check.
Apollo Justice is ready. What's wrong, boys?
All right. Okay, so we have Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, Turnabout Storyteller, Trial Day 1, Cross-Examining Uendo. You ready?
No.
Let's go.
You better hope I save.
I hope you saved.
Okay.
Very well. Let's bring in this witness then.
Oh god. Here we go.
He did it.
No.
I'm just playing. Oh, goodness. Let me get out the mic. Excuse me, guys. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
I'm the Rakugo Storyteller Uendo Tornado. Even if my performance isn't worth watching, I'll certainly watch my words. I wouldn't want to say anything thoughtless and get arrested. After all, let it be Raku no, hee. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Now, who is this guy?
He's a storyteller.
You can't leave yet. You've only just introduced yourself.
Oh, my! Are you a fan of mine, miss? Would you like my autograph? One moment.
Ow! What do you think you're doing?
No need to stand on ceremony. My fan deserves a fan, after all. A fan for a fan! Nice one, hee. No, why if it isn't Simon? How are you on this fine day, sir? Quite a dilly of a pickle we found ourselves in, wouldn't you say? I don't believe I've ever seen you talk quite so much, Uendo. Never performed in a place like this, you know. I got butterflies here, can't you see?
Why do I always get the weird ones? Pardon me, witness. As much as I enjoy your banter, I believe we had better return to the case at hand.
I suppose you're right. In that case... I was promoted to Futasami yesterday and received the stage name of Uendo! The show was our way of celebrating my new name and middle rank standing! And then that happened. I never dreamed something like that had happened. Not in a million years. And just as I got my chance to start repaying my debt to Shiso, too. Yeah, plus I'm worried about Geiru. The way she clung to Shisho. Poor thing. I told her to keep a stiff upper lip. Still, like rigor mortis. Stiff like rigor mortis. Stiff like... Keep telling those lame jokes, and Shiso come scold you from the graves. I wouldn't mind getting yelled at, you know, if it meant seeing him again. Cool.
Uendo, please. As charming as your various characters are, this isn't a Rakugo stage.
Let us hear your testimony now, witness. Tell the court about the evidence left at the scene, the proof of the accused's guilt.
Witness testimony, she shows dying message.
Shisho.
I noticed Shisho's dying message right away. The stiff chords were right there next to the stiff, you see? Hey now! Enough with the silly puns already! Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky! That was the master's final message, left as he was drowning in soba broth. It's so like Shisho not to write Bucky's name outright. Plain and simple wasn't his style.
Well, that was certainly a more entertaining testimony than usual. The variety of character performed by the witness was absolutely splendid. But he shouldn't be performing any characters in the first place, Your Honor. And Uendo, the murder weapon hasn't been determined yet. So how can you say that the victim was drowned in soba broth?
It's obvious. All you have to do is look at the crime scene. He was found with his face shoved in a bowl. It's only natural to assume he was drowned in the broth with the noodles.
Except we're not here to assume things, Uendo. So please stick to the facts. Anyway.
My! It's so like a sober chef to kill someone this way, wouldn't you say? And with the character message he left behind, it's clear Bucky Wet did it!
Setting aside the issue of the murder weapon for now, that dying message certainly does seem to be irrefutable evidence.
Indeed, it proves the absolute guilt of the accused.
Even I've gotta admit that I can't see how that message could mean anything else.
Bucky used soba for the deed, all to get back the soba shop deed. I don't know. Yes, he is.
He's in the top of pillows.
This testimony makes Mr. Wet look super guilty. I have to do something.
That's his conclusive evidence. What a farce!
What do you mean, Simon?
What's this? I thought you said you weren't planning on asking me for help.
Oh, I did, and I won't. Thank you very much. Simon must have found an inconsistency in the testimony. I'd better listen carefully and try to see what he found. Cross-examination,
It'd be in like a courtroom and then somebody be knowing, but they be like, no, you gotta figure it out.
Right. She shows Diane message. I noticed she shows Diane message right away. Uendo, when you saw the cards on the table, what made you think they were Master Tornado's Diane message?
Well, this was a coded message right there next to the body. I'm sure anybody would have thought that they were there to name his killer. I love murder mysteries and often watch them on TV.
Oh, I see.
Similar scene during a murder mystery marathon last Tuesday. That's what made me think, this must be a dying message.
The stiff cards were right there, next to the stiff, you see. No, you didn't.
Hold it!
The cards were on the table. Your master's body was stuck. Hold on. The cards were on the table. Your master's body was slumped over, right? Oop, I pushed the wrong
My
button.
badge.
You must have been surprisingly calm to notice them at the time.
As I said, the stiff chords were right there next to the stiff, so they were hard to miss.
But wouldn't it have been more natural to notice the victim rather than the cards? Hey, Dave, how you doing today? We all doing fine. Me and Plum, I guess doing fine. How you doing? Plum?
Everyone die!
Listen to it. You see what we have to deal with, Dave. You see what we have to deal with. But yeah, glad you're here tonight. Hope you have a wonderful night tonight.
The message just caught my eye because the stiff chords were right there next to the stiff.
Yes, but the fact hardly seems significant enough to make a person take note of them.
Stiff chords next to the stiff.
So basically, there was no real reason for them to catch your eye, was there? Hey now, enough with the silly puns already. Hee hee. Hee hee. That's right. I need you to give your testimony, not perform a scene. Please remember you're on the witness stand, not the stage.
But look at all these wonderful people in the audience! It's only natural for an entertainer to want them to have some fun. I guess we can let a few jokes slide, right?
He said, the day is dragging. You know what? It kind of is tonight. I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy. It's Friday. That's all I can say.
It's probably like some of us have to work Saturday together.
That's fine.
I don't.
Oh,
It's
the
Friday.
inedible, huh?
This Friday has lost all meaning to me.
Yeah, you're a working man now, so you know how it is. The inevitable bleeding of your work into other areas of your life. I know how that is. I find myself being unwittingly judgmental in my personal life too.
Right! That's exactly what I'm talking about! Well done, Your Honor! Guess you can't judge a judge by his cover!
Oh, I advise the defense not to be so critical of this witness? Yes, Your Honor.
Much obliged!
In a way, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky.
Hold it!
How does mean? The cards do spell out wet number
4, basically.
wet number 4, which could be interpreted as wet noodle number 4, I guess. I suppose you took this to mean Bucky Wet?
There's only one wet noodle around here, and you've seen that giant 4 on his back. It's the only interpretation that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so. But wait a minute.
What is it?
What if there's another wet noodle in the area? What? Did I say something strange?
Bucky is the sole heir to the shop. So enough with the ludicrous straw grasping!
Hey, how was I supposed to know?
Just listen to the testimony again and find the glaring inconsistency.
Who's my mic up?
Was it good?
Bro, that was the master's final message. Left as he was drowning in sober broth.
Hold it!
So the victim lined up those cards in his final moments? How can you be so certain that's how he would... Ugh. So how can you be so certain that's how it went down?
I know, Shisho. He would never let someone get the last word on him, even in death. With his face in the sober broth and his consciousness fading away, he left a message that pointed towards Bucky as he left this world. It's the only way it could have happened!
Wait, the only way? Now you're just speculating.
Look, a dying message is something you leave as you're dying, right? I saw a scene like that in a detective show.
How could he leave a dying message when somebody got his face stuffed in a bowl of noodles anyway?
Uendo, we have a saying in my country. Silence is more precious than diamonds. Please do not speak any more than is necessary. But talking is my livelihood, you know. I talk all the time. This and that, truths and untruths. I can't stop myself from talking.
Hopefully he'll stick to the truths without any of those untruths. It's so like she showed not to write Bucky's name outright. Plain and simple, wasn't it his style?
Hold it!
But don't you think it's strange? Could a dying person really leave such a convoluted message?
Even in the throes of death, it was in Shisho's nature to throw in a twist somehow. Truly the consummate entertainer to the very end, don't you think?
Was he really that great of a man, Simon?
It would have been no easy task, to be sure. But who knows? He wasn't an entertainer for 55 years for nothing. If I ever bite the big one like that, I want to leave a message as good as Shisho's!
Well, let's hope it never comes to that. Simon, are all Rakugo artists like this?
It's hard to say. It could simply be the eccentricity of an entertainer, or perhaps he's hiding something.
Well, he doesn't have to entertain people in a court of law. And if he is trying to hide something, maybe it'll show up as a contradiction or something.
Well, Mama, you probably forgot all the evidence, so I gotta tell you, I got a food to bring you.
Okay, what is it? Let me see.
I got a food to bring you the answer, Lord, and you have forgot, Mama.
Right here?
No.
Hey, now enough with the silly puns already.
Yeah, it's definitely that one. I'm just kidding.
This here?
Yo.
Let me see. Well, I got blood on it.
I don't think that's what.
Oh.
Either way, that has no bearing on the kids. You can look deeper in this autopsy.
His autopsy caused of death suffocation. Nothing was found in his lungs. Oh, so he didn't drown. He was suffocated.
Objection!
That's a contradiction in unit. And I said all that wrong. That's a contradiction in Uendo's testimony. And would you care to explain where, Miss Sykes?
Here we go.
Certainly, Your Honor. According to the autopsy report, nothing unusual was found in the victim's lungs. Ah, yes, it does say that, doesn't it? If he had drowned in a bowl of soba, then there should have been a soba broth in his lungs. But since there wasn't any, it means the victim was suffocated with something other than soba broth. But what? This is the contradiction you'll notice, isn't it, Simon?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I guess I showed you. But if drowning in the soba broth wasn't the cause of death, then when was the victim's face thrust into the bowl? Tafu Tornado's face was thrust into the bowl after his murder.
No, they put up his bowl in there. He just stayed in the bowl, and then they killed him. Well, it just gets after.
Really? Because no soba broth was discovered in the victim's lungs, his head must have been placed into the bowl after he was killed. And that's when the soba broth must have been spilled onto the Karula cards. In other words, the victim could not have lined the cards up as he was drowning. I see. So it was done after he was already dead? But why would the culprit do such a thing? I'm afraid I don't know yet.
Objection!
Here you go.
I got to wait for his little animation.
You boast of psychological expertise, yet you cannot determine such a simple motive. My sides are liable to split at the absurdity.
What? And I suppose you know why?
Of course, desecrating the body in that manner indicates a strong sense of enmity. Enmity. Is that how you say enmity? Desecrating the body in that way indicates a strong sense of enmity on the part of the perpetrator.
Yes, that does make sense. It certainly paints a clear picture of the culprit's intense feelings towards the victim.
Feelings of resentment over the death of the sober shop's deeds, no doubt.
Just great. Now the judge has an even more unfavorable impression of Bucky.
Silence!
Must you come undone at every juncture? If the culprit had time enough to set up Master Tornado's body, do you think they would have honestly failed to notice the dying message?
Good point. The cards were right in front of his body after all. Rationally speaking, there's no way the culprit could have missed that, huh?
Objection.
Nah, but the accused was... Every time he speaks of this... but was the accused rational at the time, given the way he storms out of that room?
Silence.
Never mind that. I have something more important to ask Uendo. Me? You saw the Kaitu cards firsthand, did you not? Would you care to tell us about them in a bit more detail? Those tiny crime scene photos show us precious little of what I want to know. Well, those cards are from Shisho's special sober scenes of Tokyo Past set. Each card is related in some way to soba. Spare me the history lesson. Just tell me how the cards looked at the scene, and no more. Well, there was soba broth spilled over all of them.
That's not much help, I'm afraid. Prosecutor Satmati, do you have a photo that shows the cards more clearly?
I do. Please accept this meager offering, Your Honor.
Oh my, what delightful looking cards.
Well, well. Telling Prosecutor Sadmonk's conclusive evidence report should be a breeze with this.
Huh?
Don't tell me you haven't noticed.
Don't be silly. Of course I have. Not noticed anything, but I can't exactly say that now, can I? Corrido cards added to the court record. Corrido cards in the victim's dressing room. They spell wet number 4. Miss Sykes, do you really see a problem with the prosecution's claim about these cards?
Well, go on then.
I'm right. It's do or die. All I have to do is study the pictures and... These cards...
They're kind of rare, Your Honor. I don't know what kind, but
They were rearranged.
Yep.
Were rearranged. These cards were rearranged. But how can you tell? Please take a good look at these cards, Your Honor. The answer is right in front of us. Where exactly should we be looking, Miss Sykes?
The stains. The stains of time.
Silver broth stains.
Yep.
Please focus your attention on the silver broth stains on these cards. The outline of these stains don't match up with the largest stain on the table. Oh, would you look at that? You're absolutely right. And please recall that the silver broth was spilled and got on the cards after the murder, when the victim's face was placed in the bowl. Yes, go on. By the stains, we can see that the culprit deliberately rearranged the cards after that. In other words, this message was altered in order to pin the crime on my client. What? Then, if we put the cards back in their original positions, we can restore the evidence and see who the cards were really pointing towards. That's true.
Pull up!
Then what are we waiting for? Let's do this. All I have to do is rearrange the cards so that the stains match up. Uh-oh. What are you laughing at? Let's see. see, where was the W card originally?
Alright, well, look at the stands for me. Look at the stands.
I guess it was right there in the top, the second little box right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Perfect. Okay, the H card is next.
Gotta do for every card.
Let's see where the H card originally. Where was this H card originally? This right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now the E card.
Now the E card.
Let's see. Where was this E card originally? A perfect match. Next up is the T card.
The T card.
Let's see. Where was this T card originally?
T.
He's so
T.
silly. Great. That fits right in there. Now the N card. Let's see. Where was this N card originally? Right here?
Nope.
I don't see no other slot.
Behind the E.
Over here?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't even see that. There, that looks good. Now O. Let's see, where was this O card originally? This right here?
Mhm.
Nice. Almost done now. The last card is 4.
You can do this with 4, Athena.
Let's see, where was this 4 card originally?
Where was it at? What, I wonder where. It might be top right
It
corner.
was right here.
Yeah.
Take that.
Take that.
So the message, what number 4 was originally supposed to say on foot. And this original message is our clue to the identity of the true culprit.
Culprit.
What?
That indignant look on Prosecutor Sadmonk's face is positively priceless. This is absurd! So it was originally 0 and 4th? It wasn't wet number 4? Maybe that lawyer's smarter than we thought!
Hey, Angel, happy Friday. How you doing today? Order in the court. Well, I never would have imagined that there was more to these cards than meets the eye. Corrido cards updated in the court record. Corrido cards in the victim's dressing room. They originally spelled out Owen Foot, as shown. So I'm doing well. I hope you are too. I am doing wonderful. Thank you, Angel. I did have a situation with my right ear. That's why I couldn't come on last night. I couldn't hear out of it. I still having a problem with it, but I'm putting medicine in it right now. But I appreciate it. But everything else is good. So now that that's settled, what does this on foot mean? I couldn't even hear out of it last night. Wait, am I? He said, oh no, I hope you feel better soon. I thank you, Angel. I appreciate it. That was a terrible feeling, I can tell you that. But it's getting better now. I can at least hear out of it now.
Who else do you suppose is to provide an explanation? Of course it's you!
But I hadn't thought of that far yet.
Change the court around all you'd like, but if you cannot explain what the message means, then it is as worthless as you are, defense!
No! It was terrible, Angel. I think it's wax build up. That's what it is. I don't know. Yeah.
It's wax up.
And then it was kind of stuffed up, and I couldn't. That was a horrible feeling.
Okay, I'm putting voice in now.
So, the spring chick not fancies itself into a graceful swan. It floats back down to earth. And so the spring chick that fancies itself a graceful swan is brought back down to earth.
I have to do something, but what? Hey, Lisa, how you doing tonight? Happy Friday to you as well.
Still your thoughts for a second. There's a perfectly good witness to question over there.
Oh, right. That's a good idea. Come on, Athena. Get a hold of yourself. Uendo, does the phrase Owen Fort mean anything to you?
No, there's no one named Owen in the Tornado family, or our circle of friends. Go ahead, ask anybody you'd like!
You can't be serious.
Having rummaged through your empty mind, I see you have, as expected, turned up nothing.
Silence.
I'm afraid I have no idea who the devil this Owen Forth is either. But the fact remains that the courts were rearranged to pin the crime on Mr. Wet.
That's all right. They've been all over the place this week, Lisa. But I'm glad to see you here tonight.
That in itself proves that the defendant isn't the real culprit.
Prosecutor Blackwell is right.
Why the prosecutor doing better defense?
Besides, the important question here is not who does the message point to, but rather who rearranged the cards.
Why didn't you point that out earlier if you already knew?
Sorry. In any case, there were two opportunities for someone to rearrange the cards. The first was when Mr. Wet entered the dressing room. He said, yes, but I've watched afterwards. I appreciate you for going ahead and watching them. Thank you so much. I hope they was entertaining for you. And the second was when Uendo discovered the body.
Are you accusing me of rearranging the cards? Me, who came to testify out of the goodness of my heart? Well, you didn't exactly come running out screaming straight away, did you? Even a mere 2 to 3 minutes is more than enough to get up to some devilry. So what exactly were you doing in there, Uendo? Put down the tea and spit out your answer! Mr. Prosecutor? What's a guy supposed to do at a time like this? Silence is more precious than diamonds, Willis. Therefore, you need only stay silent. The defense is devious. They are waiting for you to make a slip of the tongue. Oh, I see. So that's what they're after, is it? In that case... Your Honor, I've decided not to say another word. Very good. After all, your right to remain silent is protected by law.
Well, Prosecutor Blackwell, any other brilliant ideas you'd like to share?
Did you hear that, Sykes-Dono? A Rakugo horse who's afraid to speak! Who's ever heard of such a thing? Are you trying to taunt him into talking? Such a petty trick will never work. That's right! I'm not going to fall for it! I'm only asking to hear your story. Besides, is it not your job to tell your tales if there's an audience to listen? Even so, I have a right to refuse to answer. The more you keep quiet, the more we want you to talk. That's simply human nature. Isn't that right? People of the gallery! Even with this wonderful audience in front of you, you still refuse to talk? If so, then perhaps you chose the wrong line of work, my friend. Are you saying I should quit? Because I'm not afraid to speak my mind, I'll have you know.
You see, the gallery sings more nicer than the last one. Yeah, and Korean, those people, they don't want to hang you. They want to see you being hung.
No, never mind what I just said. It's scary to talk. It's absolutely terrifying. But no, as Rakugo, I must talk. If I don't, how can I ever show my face on stage again? Your Honor, I'm ready to testify.
He did it. He managed to convince Uendo with his power of suggestion technique.
This is so stupid. They say his power and suggestion technique all the time. What is that? What is that?
This the prosecutor I was telling you about, Angel. When we first saw him, he was in shackles. He was already in prison. But they had him still prosecuting anyway. Anyway, he used to come in a courtroom all shackled up.
Yo.
But they eventually got him freed.
Bully for you, Uendo. That's as a real Rakugo order should be. What? What he said?
All right. If this witness wishes to testify, then by all means, please do.
To be turned by such an obvious ploy. What a man of weak spirit.
Are those scars on his eyes, or what is that on his eyes?
I think it's a burn
mark.
Burn marks.
Maybe. Or it's just his makeup he puts on every morning.
It could be makeup. Witness testimony in the dressing room.
After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I entered the dressing room, I saw Shisho slumped over the table, motionless. That's it. From what I can tell, there do not appear to be any inconsistencies in the testimony. Of course there aren't any, because I'm not trying to hide anything.
Prosecutor Sarmati's right. I don't see anything inconsistent either. But I did pick up on some faint discord in Uendo's heart.
Here we go.
Ponder all you would like, defense, but it is pointless. Your Honor, I believe there is no need for further deliberation.
Hold it!
I disagree, Your Honor. I detected discord in the voice of the witness's heart. That's a clear indication that Uendo is facing some sort of inner turmoil. Are you saying what I think you're saying, Miss Sykes? Yes, Your Honor. The defense would like to conduct a quick therapy session on this witness.
Objection!
That's me right there. Objection. Uendo, there's no need for you to submit to this so-called therapy. It's fine by me. I have nothing to hide. Bring it on. Impetuous idiot! Why will you not listen to the guidance of this homo servant of the Holy Mother?
If the witness wishes to proceed, I see no problem, prosecutor.
In one ear and out the other. It seems this performer has no need for your so-called guidance, Prosecutor Sad Monk. Actually, I think that's a score definitely. But I think like that dark stuff under his eyes is supposed to be like his hair obscuring his face. Like it's supposed to be shadow. They showed it weird.
Thanks, Simon. I'm going to make the most of this opportunity you created for me.
Just keep your wits about you.
I will. Uendo, could you tell us again about what happened in the dressing room?
Here we go. What's good, people? After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I entered the dressing room, I saw Shisho slumped over the table, motionless.
I didn't really notice any unexpected emotions in that testimony.
But it isn't always a question of the presence of an emotional response, but the absence.
You know, you're right. It's not always the emotions I do see. Sometimes it's a matter of what I don't. But I would expect to see. I better carefully compare Uendo's statements to his emotions again.
Okay, so go slide to the right.
After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I called to him from outside the room.
What's wrong with his hand? Why did he draw it like that?
But he didn't reply. He should be surprised too.
Oh!
When I entered the dressing room, I saw Shishido slumped over the table. Oops. What was I supposed to do?
Complete surprise on the last one.
Uendo, I'm noticing something strange with these emotions.
Something stranger with cheesy toe skin, you say?
No, something strange with these emotions. How could you have hurt something stranger with cheesy toe skin? What?
I don't know. Maybe it's me who's got some cheese in my ears.
Did he will the floor to open up and swallow his... What? Did he will the floor to open up and swallow his cushions out of shame for that bad joke? The point I'm trying to make is that I noticed something unexpected in your emotions. Hey, King Paco. Good evening. How you doing today? Now stop hiding and come out where we can see you. Bailiff, please bring the witness a few replacement cushions. Is he short or something?
So, what was this unexpected thing you noticed?
That's good. And happy Friday to you. Oh, come on. His Honor said a few cushions, not a few dozen. Now that we've all had a good laugh, please continue, Miss Sykes. Who's laughing? Focus, Athena. Don't let yourself get rattled. When you entered the room and saw your master slumped motionless over the table, you weren't the least bit shocked, Uendo. Don't you think that's a little odd? I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Is it though?
The lack of surprise means you were prepared for what you saw. And I think I know why. The reason Uendo wasn't shaken when he saw his master's dead body, it's because
He was zoned out. He was just.
he knew about his master's death.
Yep.
Uendo, I think maybe the reason you weren't shaking was because you already knew you would find your master dead. So ready to see my new interface soon? Ah, yeah, I can't wait. Oops, I skipped your lines. Oh my goodness. Shut up, boy.
What? What kind of that is the thing? I can't even say it. You go back, I can't say it. What? What kind of a thing is that to say? You've got it all wrong. Alright, I just remembered something. I thought Shisha was just sleeping when I first saw him.
You thought he was sleeping? It sounds possible, but what was that?
Downstairs.
What was that? What made you think he was asleep?
Well, he had his head and arms up on the table, as if he were taking a nap. No, and one other thing, there was that note too!
Note? What note?
Ah, he must be talking about this. It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting. Do not disturb. Yes! That's the note I saw! After reading that, who would think Shisha was napping? Really wrong.
This is pretty reasonable assumption. You gotta be kidding me. Teifu's note added to the court record, a note thought to have been written by the victim before his death.
So did she just come to the courtroom with no evidence or information whatsoever, bro?
She said she was unprepared.
Why would you ever hire these lawyers?
That's right. I saw this note, so that's why I thought Shisha was asleep. I would have changed my testimony to include that statement!
All right, I'll run an update.
Like, would you want to hire these lawyers?
Who? What lawyers? Are they?
Like Phoenix, they come to the court with no evidence and it went by luck. What did at least know what's going on?
When I opened the door, I thought he was sleeping.
Well, he should have felt,
Nope, keep going. But something seemed off, so I rushed over to him.
he was mad.
Why was you mad, bro? I was shocked to find him dead. I couldn't believe my eyes. Why you mad, bro?
Uendo, I noticed something funny in your emotions again.
You say? Like as an entertainer of my caliber can make people laugh even with my emotions.
I didn't mean that kind of funny. Quite the opposite, actually. When you entered the dressing room, I see that you suddenly felt anger. What I want to know is, what made you feel angry all of a sudden?
What? Let's see. Oh yeah, now I remember. As I was going in, I whacked my little piggy on something. I was annoyed at my own clumsiness. What is that? Like he's blowing around his face. Like it looks like I don't know what that is.
Wait, you mean you stubbed your pinky toe?
Just a little bump on my little pinky. No big deal. That's embarrassing, really.
Sounds more like he's hiding something. I better dig a bit deeper. No need to be embarrassed, Uendo, but I'm afraid it's something we need to look into. I don't really see anything you could have stubbed your toe on in the area around the dressing room door in this picture. But maybe there was something there at the time. Uendo, what exactly did you stub your toe on?
Objection.
What an irrelevant question. You dishonor the soul of the victim with these unnecessary delays. You tell her, really? Who doesn't stub their toe every once in a while? You really gotta fuss over every small detail like this?
Well, the thing is... Even the most subtle of fluctuations in a person's psyche can clue us into the truth.
What are you talking about? Stop stumbling.
That's why it's important to get to the bottom of the question. Plus, if I back down now, who knows what new insult Simon will hurl my way. Is there really no trace left of what Uendo stubbed his toe on by the door?
Okay, Mom.
What in the world might have been there then, but it's not there now?
It's kind of stupid, and I was just clicking randomly so I can get it.
But it turns out like the TV, if you look, the TV kind of like makes it pass through the stupid little dust stains on the floor. No one will ever think that's the answer though, because that's stupid. But yeah, it's a stupid TV.
The TV, you can see where they drug the TV at.
Like, it's so unclear. Like, they should have made the path a little clearer.
Please take a good look at this photo of the crime scene. Do you see it? This long track that goes from the door all the way across the room. Now that you mention it, I do see traces of something getting dragged. And the drag mark ends there at the TV. This implies that the TV was originally by the door. I'm convinced that this TV is the object that witness stubbed his toe on. Well, Uendo, how about it?
Yes, you're right. It was the TV.
There, the noise level dropped again.
Yes, I stubbed my pinky toe on the TV. But what of it? Why is this so important to you?
So the noise went down, but it hasn't completely disappeared yet. Which means he's still hiding something. Okay then, let's try this tactic instead. Uendo, why was the TV moved there?
Shisho must have moved it so he could watch my routine. But what a place to put it! Right in the middle of the doorway like that! I didn't want to bump into it again, so I put it back where it belonged.
Performance on stage could be viewed in the dressing room using that TV?
That's right! It's a closed-circuit monitor that shows the stage!
Crime scene report updated in the court record contains photos of the crime scene. The victim's dying message is clearly visible in them, includes additional info. I see. Now what? I can't find anything else out of place. And I still haven't gotten the noise level down to 0 yet. Simon, I'm still getting noise here, but I don't see anything else fishy.
This is precisely why amateurs are such a bother.
Sorry.
I'm in no mood to play nursemaid here. But if that's what it takes to save the sober shop. Hoy, Uendo! Here's a curiosity for you. This table Master Tornado is slumped over looks like it was moved. Did you happen to bump into it while you were moving the TV back? Oh my! Yes, you're right! The TV hit the table, and Shisho's body moved with a jolt. That's when I first realized that Shisho was dead! No, but how scared I was! I see. Thank you. We're finally getting a more precise picture of how the body was discovered. But I'd wager you need to put it to spurs to Uendo just a trifle longer.
Right.
Put it to
I can't keep asking Simon to bail me out like this. It's time for me to regain my footing and really stand on my own. Uendo, what you just said just now about discovering your master's death, could you please describe all of that again for the court in detail?
All right.
But before you do, let me just plug in the latest information.
After my performance, I went to visit
Shisho. I called to him from outside the room. But he didn't reply. When I opened the door, I thought he was sleeping. I tried to enter the dressing room, but stubbed my toe on the TV. No, really? You're like, oh man, oh, I stuck my toe. No. Okay, well, it proved he wasn't surprised. True. When I put the TV back in its normal spot, I realized that Shisho was dead. Seeing him slumped over that cluttered table. Oh, Shisho! Oh, Shisho. Okay, I think it's like surprise. Because it increased in intensity for no apparent reason.
That's odd. After the initial shock of finding the victims dead, you reacted with surprise again. What was it that surprised you, Uendo, besides your master's death?
But what do you mean?
What's more, you were even more surprised the second time than the first time. What could have surprised you more than finding your late master?
Search me. Your little thingy must have made a mistake.
Silence.
The girl is as sharp as a trout, to be sure. But her ability to hear people's emotions is absolute. Now get to remembering, Uendo. What was it that surprised you?
That was a compliment, right?
Well,
No, we pushed him too hard, and now he's mentally all over the place. His emotions are completely out of control.
Out of control? Can't you explain how that's relevant?
Know how normally I listen for the hidden emotions in the witness's voice, right? From there, I look for inconsistencies between their testimony and those emotions. But sometimes a person's feelings can run too high, making it hard to get proper readings.
So that's how your So that's how your matrix program works. Fascinating.
Ordinarily, it's just one emotion that runs out of control. But it seems there's nothing ordinary about this time.
I. After my performance, I was. That just took me out. Okay. After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I opened the door, I thought he was sleeping. I tried to enter the dressing room, but stubbed my toe on the TV. When I put the TV back in its normal spot, I realized Shisho was dead. See him slumped over that cluttered table. That was Shisho.
What has gotten into you, huh?
No, I'm trying to match the emotions.
I knew it.
What's got your niggas all in a bunch now?
Uendo has multiple emotions running out of control at the same time. I've never seen anything like this, ever.
So how does one bring a situation like this back under control?
I have to find the root cause of this tangled situation before I can treat him. If I can identify what is causing this emotional rampage, then I can probe to dive in further. I need to point to what I think is the root cause and hit probe. Through this process, I can identify exactly what's causing Uendo so much distress.
I have no idea what you just said, but do it.
And that will help bring his emotions back under control? In that case, let's get started, shall we?
Alright, I can guarantee success, but it's definitely worth a shot. Time to look for the root cause of Uendo's rampaging emotions.
Not this one. No, you have to like look for something in the vision. No. Nope.
No, Shisho! The cards. The cards.
It's time! Do. It's your move! It's your move! Alpharez, the cards. Just hit the cards, not Uendo, the cards. Yeah, look at the, like, no, the cards, well, down, okay. And then press L. L, wait, X, yes, X actually.
I get it now. The cards were the root of it all. Don't try to deny it. You can't hide your feelings from me. The dying message that was left at the scene of the crime is what was causing your distress. And if the dying message was the cause of all those feelings, then that means the phrase on foot must mean something to you.
Bye-bye.
There, noise level 0, finally.
The dying message consists of 2 words, Owen and Forth. But neither of these 2 words have anything to do with this witness. This topic warrants no further argument.
So there may not seem to be any direct connection between Uendo and the message. For now. You said anybody's ready to rumble. But why don't you wait and decide what's necessary after you hear my theory?
I trust you've hit upon something, Athena.
Yep, if my theory is right, we can finally solve the case of Uendo and the mysterious Owen Foot.
Well, go on then.
I can tell y'all, look, I was a big wrestling fan back in the day. And look, I wouldn't even been on here on Mondays and Fridays.
That's a shame. That's a shame, bro.
You couldn't tell me nothing on Monday. You couldn't ask me nothing. You couldn't do. I was unavailable on Monday Night Raw, for real. I can already tell this promises to be interesting. Now, please share your theory with the court, Miss Sykes. There was something puzzling to me about Uendo's out-of-control emotions just now. Namely, that there was 3 distinct reactions present. I had never seen that before, and I wondered how it could be possible.
Is there a conclusion to this meandering musing of yours?
Hold your horses, I'm getting there. So, could a person flip between 3 distinct emotions of such intensity like a switch? In the end, I concluded that it just wasn't possible.
So that's it, is it? A bit unconventional, but I'll grant that it's possible within the realm of psychology.
I stopped watching it with all my favorite wrestlers. They all retired and got older, so that's when I stopped watching it.
John Cena?
Well, then, it's definitely when I stopped watching it anyway. But then the realm of psychology, I'm afraid you'll have to explain it for the old man up here on the bench. Your Honor, my theory is that Uendo has multiple
Yes, he does.
has multiple personalities.
You know, I learned that I took psychology. That junk is so fake. That junk has never happened in the history of mankind, but it's in every movie.
I know a few people with multiple personalities.
No, that junk is fake.
You're one of them. Anyway, with so many distinct
person
personas, it's clear to me that Uendo has dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah, what?
Athena, you said it wrong.
What does that mean?
Your Honor, the defense would treat this trial as a trial. Your Honor, the defense would treat this trial as a child's jest. Multiple personality disorder. A preposterous proposition indeed. Would you not agree, witness? How did you know? How did you figure it out? Pulkonka!
Honestly, I can't believe it. I did it. I did it, Simon. I read papers on it before. But to think I'd see a case of it for myself?
Blimey! Rakugo artists tell stories as different characters, but as different personalities? Hey you, lawyer girl. You got a problem with us, huh?
Those Gemini's got personal.
Yeah, I'll pitch you up. Duh.
No problem at all. This is all very hard to believe. But now that we've established that the witness has multiple personalities, could each of them please introduce themselves to this court?
Okay, this is right. Anyway.
Uendo Tornado. I'm Rakugo Storyteller, as you know.
Hello, everybody! Patches, the friendly jester here!
Kisagawa, courtesan.
And is that all of you?
Yes, that's all of us.
Did notice he kept changing. So there are 3 personalities in total. Uendo, Patches, and Kiswago. Whatever.
That's not my name.
Well, Simon, what do you think now?
That's your one lucky duck. Just be glad they were dense enough to help you out.
Oh, can't you just straight up say I did great for a change?
You appear to be quite proud of your self-defense. But all you have done is infringe upon the privacy of the witness.
I couldn't disagree more, prosecutor. Now that we know there are 3 personalities, a new way for us to interpret the meaning of a certain piece of evidence has risen.
A new interpretation?
Ooh, now I'm very curious. What is this piece of evidence you're talking about, Miss Sykes? Knowing what we know... Stream went out for a second, you guys. I don't know what happened. I hope that Wi-Fi is gonna hold up. We almost done, are we?
Nope, we still got like 30 minutes left. We can do that next week, but I'm guaranteeing you it'll be a short stream.
That's right, Your Honor. Recall the original dying message left at the scene.
Well, I'm just telling you.
We didn't have a clue as to what Owen Foot could possibly mean. But now, with this new information about Uendo and his personalities, isn't it possible that Owen Foot actually means a secret foot personality of Uendo's? A personality named Owen? What?
Pulkonka!
Uendo must have kept his dissociative identity disorder from us because he didn't want to be associated with, in any way with that dying message.
No! That's not why! We kept our disorder a secret for a different reason altogether! We've been taking advantage of our affliction to act out our various Rakugo characters! If one of this got out, well... My reputation as a Rakugo artist would be tarnished, as would be the Tornado name. That's why we kept it a secret from everyone, except members of the Tornado School. But really, there is no 4th personality. It's just the 3 of us in here. A plausible enough sounding story. But it doesn't prove you didn't rearrange the chords, does it? But... I will concede that it is highly likely that the witness rearranged the chords.
Is Prosecutor Sapmati actually agreeing with us?
However, is it not also possible that the accused killed Master Tornado? And then left that message in order to frame the witness?
Oh,
And upon noticing the cords when he found the victim's body, Uendo rearranged them.
Silence.
A fantastic tale, but a tale nonetheless. No one outside the Tornado School knew about Uendo's multiple personalities. Uendo just finished saying so himself. Nah, that is true, but ultimately that is a true, but ultimately meaningless point. The witness was only in the dressing room for 2 to 3 minutes.
I told y'all he got the multiple personalities.
What are you talking about?
Just go on somewhere.
I did not say that! No, I didn't! No, I didn't! I did not say it! Yes! I said it by no voice. I said it by no voice. No, I didn't. No, I didn't! Whatever. That's so too little time to commit murder, when you say.
Objection!
Then who's to say he couldn't have done it before his discovery?
Objection.
Yeah, but it's funny, isn't it? It's really funny. Nah, that spring chick memory of yours. Have you already forgotten Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony?
Simon's testimony? Oh.
Garo escorted me to the dressing room, but we heard the sound of Rakugo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait into the hall until he was done. That's right, until just a few moments before Uendo entered the dressing room. Typho Tornado was confirmed to still be alive! Ah!
No!
Not only that, but Uendo was on stage until just before he discovered the body. A bulletproof alibi that I have already confirmed with several audience members.
Oh, no!
I also heard that his Rakugo performance that day was a steaming pile of... Well, you get the picture. Yes, I'm afraid so! Really stunk up the stage I did! And yet, I have a perfect alibi! Indeed. Why not land a coup de grace on the defense by describing your alibi, witness? Okie dokie, Smokey! You want to do this to the dick suit? Or you want to keep going? I told you like 30 minutes.
And then what's the next one?
Something. It's the end, basically.
How long is that?
Long.
Oh my goodness. Witness testimony, Uendo's alibi.
I was on stage until just moments before I went into the dressing room. The entire audience was my witness. And my performance was a huge bust! Not a single soul laughed! I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show! Uendo was on stage before he found the body, so he could not have committed this crime. It is time to let it all go, defense, and move on.
Well, get this, Prosecutor Sapmati. The right anything agency never gives up. We fight to the bitter end.
Allow me to say this once more. Let it go and move on.
And allow me to say once more, I'm never giving up.
Let it go and...
Never.
This is pointless. You should have taken advantage of this opportunity while you could, you idiotic child. Your worthless convictions only serve to prolong the accuser's suffering. If words will not sway you, then perhaps pain will.
Oh no, anything but this. Yeah, I know where he's from, so he... What's the big idea, Prosecutor Satomati?
That was but a small dose of punishment for your misguided conviction.
They should have put him in jail.
Are you now a bit more inclined to give up as instructed?
As if.
In that case, you must require another dose. Not bloody likely. Ugh. Yes, I don't give two flips about your beliefs. But if Sykes don't know when to submit to you here, I won't be able to eat good soba anymore.
That's right. For Mr. Wet's future and Prosecutor Blackfield's stomach, I will never give up.
You will rue those words, Defense. Of that I can assure you.
Cross-examination.
You want me to take? We got
Uendo's
two of these
alibi.
left, by the way.
Huh?
We got two of these left. So unless you want to be on here for like 30 minutes, I just tell you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I was on stage until just moments before I went into the dressing room. The entire audience was my witness.
But my performance was a huge bust! Not a single soul laughed! Yeah, he did. Press this one.
Hold it!
Do you have any idea what went wrong?
I'm not sure if it was my performance, or if it was just that particular audience. Maybe it was the story I picked. But every entertainer knows that this kind of thing happens from time to time.
I guess that makes sense. Still, I wonder how he could have flopped at his own commemorative show. Maybe I should dig into things a bit more.
How Uendo? What Uendo performed?
What he performed?
Yep.
Could you tell me which Rakuku story you performed?
I could. I'm not sure if it would mean anything to the uninitiated.
Well, even if I might not get it, can't you at least try me?
Alright, if you insist. The story I performed is called Tokisoba, otherwise known as Time Soba.
Time sober, huh? Maybe Uendo's right. He's only said the name of the routine, and I'm already lost.
Now, so you performed Time Soba, did you?
What? You know it, Prosecutor Satomati?
In the course of my studies last night, I became familiar with a number of stories. I must say, Defense, you would do well to prepare yourself for the next trial. Prepare better for your next trial, Defense.
Simon, what's Time Sober about?
Look it up yourself. Allow me to give an overview. The story takes place on a winter's night. A man orders a bowl of soba at the street stall. How you doing, sir? What can I get for you? I see you've got seaweed topped monkey soba and other stuff. I'll have a bowl of suppubuku, my good man. It sure is cold, isn't it? But there's nothing like a hot bowl of noodles to calm the soul. You know it, sir. One suppubuku coming up. So how's business? Not so great, sir. Is that so? Well, that's great, because things can only get better from here, right?
Wow, prosecutor.
The customer talks on and on like this. Finally, when he is done eating, he goes to pay for his soba. So how much do I owe you? That'll be 16 mon, sir. I see. Sorry, but I only have small change. I'll put the coins in your palm, so could you hand them out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Hey, what time is it? It's 9, sir. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, thanks. And bye!
Very well done, Prosecutor Sarmati. That was excellent.
Oh my god.
Huh? I don't get it. What was so funny about that?
Sis, don't you see? The customer paid with coins, counting them out one by one. Then, just after counting 8, he asked about the time. And the soba vendor answered with 9.
Oh, now I get it. He made the vendor say 9, and then he continued counting from 10.
Exactly. He cheated the soba vendor out of 1 mon with his smooth talking. The story continues with another man who saw the whole thing and tries to do the same. But he bungles the trick and ends up paying more than 16 mon for his soba. The story ends on this as a punchline. You can look up the rest of the details yourself. Oh, I'm sure Prosecutor Sadmonk over there would love to perform it for you after court.
So basically, it's a story about a man cheating on his soba bill. That's kind of petty, isn't it?
That's really all you have to say about this classic story. Time soba is such a well-known staple of recruiting
Objection!
that... Fine, so you studied a lot. But we haven't the time for a lecture detour right now, Prosecutor Sadmonk.
I wanted to hear a little more, but I suppose it is off topic. Getting back to the matter at hand, Miss Sykes, the witness stated that the story I performed is called Tokisoba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Would you like to add this statement to his testimony?
Yeah.
Should I have that statement added to the testimony?
Yeah.
Have it added. Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have it added. Very well.
The story I performed is called Tokisoba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Now, go back to that other one. Back. Wait, no. Right, actually, right. Okay, present. And, right again. Yeah, look at the invitation.
Said inside the envelope was a ticket to the show and a letter from the victim. The letter contained a simple greeting and a rundown of the show's program. Garu was to perform her balloon act, then Uendo was to do his soba gluten routine, and finally Master Tornado was to perform his time soba routine.
He did the wrong show.
So he did that. So he wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Objection!
Uendo, isn't there something odd about the routine you performed?
Odd? No, I don't think there's anything odd about it.
But that's exactly what I find odd. The fact that you don't think is odd.
Objection.
We are discussing the witness's alibi at the moment, defense. The show's program is completely irrelevant.
Objection!
That's why you're wrong, Prosecutor Sapmati. The reason being, it contradicts the statement the witness just made. Uendo, do you know what this is?
No. What is it?
This is an invitation to the show sent from Master Tornado to Prosecutor Blackwell. Included in the invitation is a rundown of the show's program, which clearly states that Time Solo was to be performed by Master Tornado himself. I said himself, anyway.
No!
Anyway. Uendo, what need to perform the routine your master was scheduled to do?
Well, you see, the reason for that is... How do I say this? You see, let's say it was a prank. That's right! It was just a little joke, you see? I was trying to surprise Shisho with performing his routine before he did!
I don't know if I buy that. Was doing the victim's routine really just for laughs, or...
Wait, no, you did it right. You said it right. I was right.
Hey, didn't Simon happen to hear Time Sober coming from the dressing room? During Uendo's performance on stage? It seems like too much of a coincidence. Wait, can it be?
What's the matter? You look like a hen with a dozen eggs to lay.
Stop comparing me to birds.
Then cease this bird-brain Timothy. If something has occurred to you, then lay it out for us already. Don't breed resentment in those watching your performance.
Okay. I don't have a ton of confidence in this theory, but here it goes. It looks like Uendo's alibi checks out, Your Honor, but even though he was on stage at the time, he may have been trying to what's this word?
Obfuscate.
Anyway, a crucial detail about this case. Are you referring to the sober bill the man tried to skip on this witness's story? I'm not talking about the Rakugo story, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, but then what are you talking about, Miss Sykes? What Uendo may have been trying to deceive us about was...
The time of the victim's death.
But the victim was to... Anyway. Uendo tried to deceive us about the time of the victim's death. He said everybody's guilty.
Yo.
What?
Objection.
What gibberish! Prosecutor Blackwell even testified to the time of the victim's death!
I don't know what's going on with the chat, guys. Connecting and disconnecting. All types of something. I don't know if it's, all of y'all messages. Oops, I was on mute. But, yeah, the chat keeps disconnecting and connecting for some reason. I don't know what's going on tonight. I know. But he only testified that way because he and Garu have been completely taken in. You mean by the sober bill thing? Would you please forget about the story for a second, Your Honor?
I was deceived? Pray tell, how did Uendo manage to deceive two people while he was performing on stage?
That's easy. All he had to do was use a certain prop in the dressing room. Oh, and might that be? The TV?
Yep.
The prop Uendo would use was... the TV.
The TV.
Take that!
This TV was used to view what was happening on the stage. Prosecutor Blackquill, when you came to the dressing room, what was Uendo doing?
He was performing time sober. Blast! Could it be?
Yes, it could, and it was. What you and Gyro heard was not Master Tornado practicing his routine. It was Uendo's performance, as heard through this TV's monitor speakers. What? With the TV just inside the inner door of the dressing room, it could have easily be heard from the hallway outside.
And because we knew that Master Tornado was scheduled to perform time sober, we were easily manipulated into thinking he was still alive at the time rehearsing.
Yes, your knowledge of the day program is why the two of you could be fooled this way. Simon, did the voice you hear belong to Master Tornado?
With the door in the way, I couldn't tell exactly who the voice belonged to. But because I heard time sober, I just assumed it was Master Tornado. I can't believe I was taken in by such a simple mind game!
Objection!
All of that is mere conjecture! Where's your proof, defense?
Objection!
Uendo moved the TV back when he discovered the body. After all, he couldn't very well leave it by the door, because then someone might figure out the trick he'd been playing. And there's one more thing about Uendo's actions that's suspicious. And that is the fact that he flopped so badly on such an important occasion. What's so suspicious about that? Even pros slip up once in a while, you know. But I believe that this time it was intentional, because Uendo knew it'd be strange to hear laughter coming from the dressing room. Oh my.
Yipes!
It's all just a bit too perfect to be sheer coincidence. Plus, if the voice Prosecutor Blackquill and Garu heard was due to Uendo's scheming, then the victim's time of death could have been earlier than 4 p.m. In other words, Uendo could have killed Master Tornado himself.
We've got you by the stones now, Uendo, so you'd better confess everything!
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? We demand an explanation. Uendo!
I confess. I tampered with the crime scene. Is it the defense's claim that Uendo Tuendo Is it the defense's claim that Uendo Tornado is the true murderer in this case?
If he tampered with the crime scene, then we have to at least consider him a suspect.
Now wait just 1 minute. Yes, I admit to messing with the dressing room, but I didn't kill Shisho.
Then why did you tamper with the crime scene?
I refuse to answer that question.
What?
If you suspect this witness, then I have a question for you.
What could it be this time?
Uendo had absolutely no reason to murder Typho Tornado. After all, why would Uendo kill the man who recognized his skills and promoted him?
Oh, well, His motive was, I can't think of a single thing.
It appears you are also not aware of one other fact.
And that is?
That the accused visited the dressing room before 4 p.m. as well. Was it not natural, then, to suppose that the accused killed the victim at that time?
What? Nobody told me Mr. Wet had also gone there before 4.
We were only discussing the time frame after 4 p.m., so I didn't think to mention it. But now that you have made the time period before 4 p.m. relevant...
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
So, you really do not know what your client was doing during that time frame, do you?
Well, it was very sudden and, why did you wait until the very last second to contact me, Simon?
Don't you give me that look! And just so you know, Bucky never told me he had visited the master before 4 p.m. either.
This sort of thing is exactly why that prosecutor keeps calling us unprepared. The defense will stop squabbling this instant. Sorry, Your Honor. Prosecutor Satmati, please continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Defense, you know of the sober-making implements in the dressing room, correct?
Is he talking about the equipment for making soba noodles?
You speak of the large bowl that is used to mix buckwheat flour and water. The long rolling pin, and the special knife that is used to cut the dough into noodles. Precisely. These tools all came from the accused's soba shop.
You mean they didn't belong to Master Tornado?
Mr. Wet had visited the dressing room to give the victim a soba-making lesson. And that visit was before 4 p.m. I'm afraid that after the accused kneaded the dough and made those noodles, he committed the act of murder.
But wait, that doesn't add up. If Mr. Wet killed the victim before 4 p.m., why would he return to that room at a later time?
Oh my god, I gotta say his voice. I forgot his voice. I forgot his voice so hard.
Why soba? You're kidding Kabooble when it comes to noodles.
Oh my.
Hiya, Miss Chickadee. Hiya, Simey. The reason I went back is because Master Tornado ordered uncooked noodles.
Mr. Wet?
Yesterday, I brought noodle making tools to the dressing room at around 2 p.m. That's when Master Tornado ordered uncooked soba noodles to stock up on.
Uncooked noodles to stock up on?
Yes, ma'am. Master Tornado kept a supply of soba noodles in my shop in his fridge. He only had one serving left, so I went back to my shop to get some more.
One serving of noodles in the fridge? But I thought the fridge was practically empty. Anyway, the whereabouts of the missing noodles isn't all that important now. Anyway.
You ran into me and Garu when you came back to deliver the uncooked soba, correct? That's right, Shiny. I made time out of my busy day to deliver him the noodles. And you know what? He ignored me when I called to him from the inner doorway. He just kept mumbling Rakugo lines for ages. So I got mad and went back to my soba shop.
Ah, so that's why you got mad. If what he said is true, then there's no way he could be the murderer.
I promise I'm telling the truth, Miss Chicken.
Bailiff, quick, get this man to the infirmary. Well, I dare say he's quite the handful. Your Honor, please accept the statement Mr. Wet made just now into evidence.
Objection.
I believe the accuser's statement about going to the room at around 2 p.m. is true. What falls within the victim's estimated time of death?
That opens up the possibility that the crime was committed between 2 and 4 p.m. That's some critical information.
Yes, Your Honor. But other than that one point, Mr. West's statements are dubious and without proof.
Objection!
But they are the words of the defendant himself. Simon, back me up here.
He has a point. If I were the prosecutor, I wouldn't accept them either.
While I understand the defense's feelings on the matter, this court is unable to accept anything other than the time the defendant made his visit. Now what do I do?
I trust you have no further objections, defense. At last, the time has come to send the soul of the victim onward to the Twilight Realm.
Silence.
What are you yammering on about, Prosecutor Satmonk? We still have something we need to question Uendo about!
We do? Like what?
Well, don't just stand there!
But we don't have any evidence left to present.
Have you forgotten already? Isn't there still a hidden witness you haven't yet to question?
A hidden witness? Oh, that's right. Your Honor, there's still one more issue we haven't finished discussing yet. Oh, and what is this bit of unfinished business? We haven't finished discussing this issue related to Uendo.
Owen! I really want you to perform Time Sober again, Prosecutor Samuel. Please!
Owen,
Yeah, Owen.
we still have to discuss the possibility of a fourth personality, the one named Owen. Are you suggesting that this fourth personality, Uendo's, might be the true culprit?
Jeez, not that again! I told you we don't know anything about this Owen!
Look, Uendo, I know you don't have any motive to kill your master, but this Owen may have one for all we know. Oh, this Owen may have one for all we know.
Come clean now, Uendo. You've got another personality stashed away, haven't you?
Please tell us everything you know about Owen.
That's enough! The witness has already stated that he knows not of any Owen character. Bravo! You tell him, Mr. Prosecutor! Hey, Patches. If you claim you don't know Owen when you really do, that's tantamount to perjury. If you want to exercise your right to remain silent, however, well, that's a different story. Do not listen to the depraved prosecutor witnessed. You will be tainted with his evil. Do you have any idea how dark and cold a prison cell is? I exercise my right to remain silent! What's this now?
changing horses in midstream on you.
Shut up! I will remain silent, and that's it!
Patches, you idiot! You stay out of this! Patches is not the brightest bulb in that box you call a noggin, is he? The fact that he switched from I don't know any Owen to I will remain silent is proof that he does know about Owen.
There it is again. Simon's formidable psychological manipulation tactic. I'm sure glad he's on my side today.
Objection.
You dirty, despicable, depraved prosecutor! You were leading the witness!
Witness, there is no need for you to submit yourself to the defense's questioning.
Objection!
Your Honor, Uendo is definitely hiding something. Please allow me to question this witness about the existence of Owen? I suppose only this witness can confirm or deny the existence of Owen for us. Very well, I will allow the defense to proceed. How long?
We got one more left.
Oh my goodness.
We got one more left.
Nah, you got one more left. I'm about to end it.
We can do on the next one if you want.
Yeah, we'll do it on the next one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, one little small thing left.
Small?
Yeah.
How small?
It's a stupid cross-examination. That's it.
Polkonka!
You said, no, you're not on the boss. Witness testimony about Owen.
I've never met any personality named Owen.
Patches was just blurting out nonsense in a panic.
We're always aware, so we definitely notice if a personality like that showed up.
How dare you treat me like a criminal based on mere conjecture?
Wow, how am I supposed to deal with the testimony of 3 personalities?
Unless you can prove the existence of Owen here, it's all over. You had best screw your courage to the sticking place and attack their testimony head on.
All right, I will. Just stop piling the pressure on me. I have to draw out some info. Anything to drag Owen out into the open. Cross-examination. About Owen.
Okay, press the third one.
And we're always aware, so we definitely notice if any personality like that showed up.
Hold it!
But what if, for some reason, you 3 were unconscious at the time of the incident? If the 3 of you weren't alert and aware, what would happen?
What would happen? I'm not even sure what you mean.
I mean, you 3 share the same memories, right? But what if Owen is different? What if he has memories separate from yours? Maybe Owen emerges when the 3 of you are unaware or unconscious.
Objection.
Instead of speaking as if this 4th personality is a foregone conclusion, I suggest you prove his existence first.
Well, we've already seen 3 personalities. A 4th wouldn't be a stretch.
You dishonor the victim and this court by jumping to such conclusions without proof.
Have you ever heard these old sayings? Prosecutor Satmati? What happens twice will happen thrice. If you see 1, there are likely 30 in your home. I'm basing my theory on such premises.
Comparing us to cockroaches?
Do we bug you that much, girlie? But how do you intend to prove it? How will you prove that all 3 personalities became unconscious, as you say? Unless you can do that, all of this talk is merely empty speculation.
Well,
Don't be so timid! If you don't have it, then find it! Look for something that could render Uendo and the others unconscious!
Simon's right. I can't back down now. For my client, Mr. Wet, I have to. Wait, Mr. Wet!
Let me rest? Maybe if I were a lump of regular old flour dough for earth-on noodles. But I'm fresh, like my soba, and don't you let soba dough rest. All about all the 3 freshish. Grind buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh and the bowl the noodles
He's blacked out!
Mr. Wet falling unconscious. Wait a minute, I think I've got it. Miss Sykes, do you have proof to back up your theory?
Nah.
You don't?
Nah, yes, actually, yes.
Yes, Your Honor, I do. The proof is right here in this crime photo. It is? In that case, please point out what supports your theory. This, most likely, is what caused Uendo to lose consciousness.
I forgot if it was the bottle or the stupid,
The noodles?
No, it's that stupid camel junk, which is such a reach, but yeah, I think it's the bottle.
Take that!
This is probably what made Uendo lose consciousness.
Ah, yes, the sake. And isn't it just like Master Tornado to pick a fine brand like Camel?
Sake? Oh, you mean rice wine?
Oh, please, don't call it rice wine. That's so unsophisticated. And it's not even wine. Silly girl. I must agree. You need to become more cultured, Athena.
Tomato. It's made of rice. And people get drunk from drinking it, right?
It's called sake. End of story.
Fine, sake it is then. Ay, caramba. Everybody's so touchy about these things.
I recall Master Tornado.
You say it.
Ay, caramba! I recall the Master Tornado would often have a drink or two before performing. He said it made him more eloquent. Drinking too much of the stuff can make one lose consciousness, though, of course.
And look, there were 2 glasses on the table. Uendo, I believe your master offered you some rice, sake. And then you must have drank too much and passed out. That's when your 4th personality, Owen, emerged.
I drank sake. Oh, that's a good one. We had a real sweet tooth, you see. So yes, we did accept a sugary red bean bun. But since we really dislike sake, we said no thank you to that. Believe it or not, we're a real weak when it comes to booze. Even a tiny drop can knock us right out. So you see, I had a sweet manju bun, but I didn't drink any sake.
What? But that can't be right. The defense demands that the glasses be examined right away.
You amateur! Did you really think I had not already done so? Your stupidity is beyond the pale.
Don't tell me.
There was no trace of the witness having touched either of the glasses, naturally.
Right, of course. Miss Sykes, would you like the witness's statement added to this testimony? Yes, please, Your Honor. Very well.
Alright, on this next statement right here, you present the stupid note. This took me 50 years to find out, by the way. You're getting off easy. Oh yeah, I had a sweet manju bun, but I didn't drink any sake. Look at the stupid note. Now click on it. You see the stupid camel? It's the same. It looks the same as the stupid wine rapping does, and it would imply that the stupid buns have stupid sake in it.
Objection!
This shows what most likely made Uendo lose consciousness.
Last note. Are you feeling lightheaded, child? Or perhaps a bit peckish?
I'm not hungry, and my head feels just fine. Thank you very much. Look at the paper this note is written on. Isn't there something familiar about it?
What exactly is your point, Defense?
The faint design here reminds me of the paper from... Yep, it's a piece of the wrapping paper on a box of Manchu's buns by the victim on the floor. Uendo, you may not have drunk any sake, but you did eat a sweet red bean bun, right?
Well, yes, that's right.
I don't know if you are aware of it or not, Uendo, but I believe that Manchu you ate caused you to fall unconscious. The bean bun, but how? Because those buns contain the secret ingredient. A very punchy secret ingredient at that. A punchy secret ingredient? Yes. The design on the wrapping paper matches that of something else in the room. It does? The design on this object matches that of the Manchu's box's wrapping paper.
The bottle. Alright, that's it. That's for his gameplay.
Take that!
The camel pattern is the same as the one for camel brand sake.
So, just as Uendo said, he didn't drink any sake per se.
But he did eat some.
Impossible!
Uendo had a camel brand red bean bun, which boasts a nice shot of sake as one of its ingredients. So the defense is claiming that Uendo passed out after consuming a camel sweet bun, which allowed a fourth personality named Owen to emerge. Is that correct? Yes, Your Honor. That's exactly what I'm claiming. But there's one thing that bothers me. Wouldn't the alcoholic content of the buns evaporate as they are steamed?
In order to give them a stronger flavor, some manju are specially made to retain as much of their alcoholic content as possible. What kind of a lightweight do you think I am? Even I wouldn't pass out from eating a simple manju.
Then how about we test that theory? What do you say, Your Honor? Seeing is believing, as they say. Very well, I will allow a test. Thanks, Your Honor. Simon, go buy us some camel manchu on that double. And don't forget to get me one too, okay?
Why must I?
And while you're at it, Prosecutor Black Quill, you will get one for me as well.
I'm not the courthouse stable boy, you know. But just this once, I'll acquiesce. Taka, I'm counting on you.
You gonna send the thing with the
And all of you had better pay me back!
Oh, but I thought it would be your treat, Prosecutor Blackquill. What a shame. Now then, let us adjourn until this Manju arrive by Carrier Hawk. But we'll reconvene as soon as Taka returns.
You sent the stupid bird to pick him up.
How the bird gonna pick it up?
You just gonna steal me, not gonna pay for it.
I guess that's it. To be continued.
I'm sorry,
You done talked me to death.
Sorry, bro.
2 hours and 13 minutes,
You
Plum?
should have stopped. Bro.
Really?
You
You-
should have stopped.
Yes, you should have.
The next one gonna be lucky.
No, it's not. You gonna break that one up. So, okay, Queen 81, how you doing tonight? All right. So, yeah, I think I'll let you all go. Look, I wanted to play some Zelda tonight, but he done made me go all this time. But yeah, Dave, Angel, Lisa, King Paco. Did I say Dave? Yeah, I did say Dave. And Game Queen 81, thank you all for chatting. Everyone else that's watching, I appreciate you all for watching tonight. Thank y'all for y'all patience. Good night, Angel. You said it was good, Lisa. Yeah, it was good. I was enjoying it. You know, after a certain while, I'll be ready to get off of this stream for real. Sometimes. Yeah, tonight was one of them nights. But I appreciate y'all for watching and everything. Good night, everyone. I will talk to you all on the next one. You all take care.